How to automate long-form threads to Twitter, Threads, and Blue Sky. In this tutorial, I'll walk you through an n8n automation as well as a make.com automation that basically listens for a new Gmail that contains an idea you want to post about and then uses AI to expand upon the idea into a long-form thread for Twitter, Threads, and Blue Sky, and posts it automatically as well. This is really handy if you're on the go and you have different ideas you want to write about. All you have to do is send an email to yourself with a rough idea of the post that you want to make. AI will clean it up and then publish it as a long form thread to these three platforms. Real quick, let me show you how it works. So I'm going to open my Gmail and I'm just going to write an email to myself. Make sure it has the subject thread. So our automation will be looking out for emails that have the subject thread. Let's say I'm on the go, but I have an idea of what I want to write about voice AI apps. So here I'm going to enable Super Whisper. I'm obsessed with voice AI apps because they're so much faster than typing. And I love Super Whisper because it has the option to run locally so that all my data is private. That's really, really important to me. Boom. Okay, now send myself this email. Okay, here it is. Now let's go to n8n. Normally this will check every hour, but here I just fetch the test events. Okay, here's the email that I sent myself. You can see it here. Now I'm going to execute the entire workflow so you can see how it runs. So once we fetch that email, AI goes ahead and expands upon that idea and writes a long form thread and then posts it to Twitter, Threads, and Blue Sky. Now, if I open one of these, you'll notice that I have it at a scheduled time. So for testing purposes, I don't want to post everything right away. I just want to schedule it in advance, make sure it works before turning on the workflow. Same for make.com. So I'll do a test run real quick to show you. And if you're new to make.com, when you have a trigger like this, right click and you can do choose where to start. For testing purposes, I'll just do all emails. Okay. Then click run once. And now it's going to grab that latest email. AI is going to write that long form thread, parse the JSON response from ChatGPT, and then post it to Twitter, Threads, and Blue Sky. And similarly for testing purposes, I always do a scheduled time here instead of actually posting. Then if I go to myblotato.com, this is my calendar. I can see all the posts that I just scheduled. If you have a lot of ideas, you're talking to folks, sitting down writing is more intimidating to you than talking, you can just speak an email to yourself and then it will enter this workflow, get cleaned up, and you get a nice thread out of it. That's the high level of how it works. And now I'm going to walk through setting up this automation step by step. You can download these templates for free, so you don't have to start from scratch. So I'll just point out what you need to do to set everything up and make sure it's running. I'm going to walk through n8n first, and then I'm going to walk through make.com. Both of these JSON templates will be available for download in the video description. Okay, so starting with the n8n one. So this is your trigger. So this is a new email subject. Connect your Gmail account, obviously. Change how often you want to pull it. This depends how often you want to post, okay? The event is message received. What this means is n8n is going to look for emails that have thread in the subject. It's going to look for unread emails that were sent by you. Okay, so if I'm sending an email to myself with a subject thread, then it's going to enter this workflow. And obviously you can change this trigger if you use Slack, Telegram, WhatsApp, or Discord. But for my tutorials, I like to showcase stuff with tools that everybody uses and that are ideally free. So you don't really have to sign up for anything. You don't have to set up a bot. You don't have to set up access tokens or anything like that. You just send yourself an email and connect your email to n8n. So if you haven't done that, click create new credential. Sign in with Google, super easy. Next part here is AI that writes the thread. So what you're going to want to do is open up each of these that have the ChatGPT symbol, and you're going to want to connect your OpenAI account. Now, why are there three of them? So this is the primary model that you're going to be using. So I like to use 4.1. Eventually, when 5 comes out via API, we'll probably use that. So your primary model should be the best model that you actually want to use. This second one is a backup. For example, if you have a new OpenAI platform account, you may be on a limited tier, and so you just want a backup model in case this fails for whatever reason. This third one over here, OpenAI Fixer, this is used in case the output from AI is not in the format we need. This model will fix it real quick so we can use the output. So all you have to do here, is connect your accounts. All three of these just connect your OpenAI accounts. You don't have to do anything else. You don't need to touch the structured output parser, and you don't really need to edit the prompt either. Like, it'll work out of the box pretty well. But if you want to tweak the prompt, go ahead and open this agent, AI writes threads, expand it here. If you're new to n8n, this is amazing. And you'll see a very long detailed prompt here. The first section is just the writing style. So you guys who know me, this is pretty typical. The next section is the example viral thread. So one of my favorite copywriters and folks on Twitter is Nicholas Cole. So I took one of his viral threads, okay, and plugged it in here as an example. So tweet 1, tweet 2, tweet 3, tweet 4, etc. This just teaches AI how to like structure its thread, how to use viral hooks. And then the last part down here, the task is to write a viral Twitter thread based on this idea. This is the idea that you emailed to yourself. And then this is the output format that we want so we can easily post it to social media. You don't have to touch any of this. It already produces very high quality Twitter threads out of the box. All you have to do is connect your Gmail, connect your OpenAI accounts to these three over here, and that's it so far. The last step is publishing to social media. So for this, you will need a blotato.com account. So Blotato is an app I built to make it easier for content creators to grow on social media without a big budget or a big team. So sign up here for your account. Over here down in settings, go to API, and if you're brand new, you'll see assigned generate API key. Keep in mind this is a paid feature. I don't offer it in the free trial in order to reduce spammy content. So go ahead and click generate API key when you're ready, then copy the API key, and then open up one of these Blotato nodes and create your credential, right? So create new credential, paste your API key here, hit save. Okay, so all you have to do for Twitter, Threads, and Blue Sky is select your social account. So after you've connected Blotato, select your social account from the list. It's going to automatically populate, so you don't have to do anything. Same for Threads. You're going to see your Threads accounts over here, and same for Blue Sky. Okay, and that's it to get everything up and running. So connect your Gmail, connect your OpenAI accounts, connect your Blotato accounts, and choose which accounts you want to post on. On the starter plan for Blotato, you can connect up to 20 social accounts. So you could have multiple Twitter, multiple Threads, and multiple Blue Sky accounts. So you just want to select the one that you actually want to post to. Just some tips for testing if you're new to n8n. Again, I like to have this scheduled time when I'm just testing stuff. And as long as the posts appear in your calendar over here in Blotato, that means it's working just fine. When you're ready to test for real, just remove the scheduled time and then execute the step, and it'll post directly to Twitter. One neat thing you can do for debugging is pin the data. So here, if you right click on this node and click pin, then the output from this run will kind of be saved. So you don't have to run this section and wait every single time. You can just test publishing to these nodes with the data pinned over here. There's a lot of instructions all over. So prereqs, how this template works. If you need Blotato API docs, go to help.blotato.com, scroll down to API section, and these are pretty detailed docs with everything you might need. Although this automation doesn't showcase it, you can post images and videos along with your posts. This parameter here, media URLs, takes a comma separated list of public image or video URLs. So let's say you have a thread and you want to attach an image or video to every single tweet in that thread. You can absolutely do that, even though this automation doesn't showcase it. It's a little more advanced, but basically you'd replace this media URL with the first image you want. And then over here in thread posts, this refers to like the rest of the thread. You'll want to make sure you have media URLs filled out here, and then it will post the image or video along with each tweet. That's a little more advanced, so I'm not going to showcase it here, but for those of you who are interested in how to do that, you absolutely can. You just fill out this media URL. This is an array of strings. Each string is a publicly accessible image or video URL. So that's pretty much it for the n8n automation. This is really neat because you can just kind of ramble about an idea and AI will clean it up and immediately post it as a thread to 3 different platforms. Okay, now for make.com. Again, very, very similar flow. Let's open up this Gmail node. So similarly, it detects emails that were sent by you, right? So folder sent mail, that means you sent the email. It's going to look for the word thread in the subject. Once the email has been processed, we're going to mark it as read. For testing purposes, I say no, so I don't have to like resend the email every time. But once the automation has processed the email, it's going to be marked as read, so you don't process it again, and it's going to only return one result. Even if you have a bunch of ideas right now, you probably don't want to just post them all at the same time. So this will just return one result at a time. You don't have to do anything here except just set up your Gmail connection. For the second node, this is OpenAI. Just set up your OpenAI connection up here. And again, you don't have to change anything else. This is the really long prompt that I showed you in n8n. It is exactly the same, no changes. This step is just to parse the JSON object returned by ChatGPT. You don't need to do anything with that. And the only things you need to do, again, is connect your blotato account and choose the social account you want to post to. So connect your blotato account here, right? So here, I click add, paste your API key, select the accounts you want to post to. And then for testing purposes, again, I have a scheduled time, which is super handy. So I don't just post random stuff while I'm testing. When you turn on this workflow, however, just make sure you remove scheduled time. So you can just delete it here and it will post right now. Okay. I did put notes on each node. For example, there are helpful links to troubleshoot issues, links to the API docs, media requirements. So if you're uploading images or video, what are the restrictions, and how to contact support. I'll point out again that you can upload media, images, and videos along with your threads. So this parameter, media URLs, would be the images and videos attached to your first tweets. And then here, additional posts, that's the rest of the tweets. You can see each tweet has that same format, text, media URLs, right? So if you fill out media URLs with publicly accessible images or video URLs, then Blotato will post those along with your thread. Again, too advanced for this template, but I will showcase it in a separate template. I also have the API docs here, so API reference, publishing. This is kind of how it looks for a thread. So you have these additional posts which constitute the thread, and this is how it looks with multiple media URLs. It's just an array of publicly accessible image or video links. And like I said with n8n, you can easily swap out this trigger node. Again, I just opted for tools that are free, that everybody has, that are super easy to set up. But many people will probably replace this with a Slack trigger or a WhatsApp trigger or a Telegram bot. And if you have any other questions or need help troubleshooting this, the best way is to go to my.blotato.com and click the orange button on the bottom right corner. This sends a ticket to the support team, which is just me. But I try to respond to all tickets within 24 to 48 hours on weekdays. The other handy thing, super helpful, is to go to your API dashboard. This is where you can see all of the API requests you've made. So you can see here me testing a bunch of stuff. Queued means that it's scheduled, right? So it's scheduled coming up. Canceled means it was scheduled, it was queued up in the calendar, but I decided to delete it. And the neat thing is if you have errors like this, yellow, for example, you can see exactly what the error is. You can see your full request payload, okay? So you can see this through an error because this is not the correct format for media URLs. It should just be an empty array. So this is just really, really handy to see what went wrong and then go back to your automation and fix it. Thanks for watching. If you want more tutorials like this, hit like, hit subscribe, drop a comment below. Would love to hear from you.